Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Insane Asylum again.
Yep, we are insane. Oh, man.
No doubt.
We're just out here just talking and talking and talking. Hillbilly, why are you watching Unstoppable? That's a terrible movie. Claude's never seen it.
I've never seen it.
Oh man. I can't watch that movie. It just drives me nuts.
Once you say hello to everybody, go through the roster.
Good grief. Good morning. We got John Tanzillo, Bernard, Roy Eltham, Rob T-Man. We got Dennis, Otter Creek. That was a nice update. I watched it yesterday with Claude. That was pretty good. We got Bill. Good morning, Bill. I didn't see you. I got Hillbilly. Did I say that? Who else we got here? Is that everybody? We had Bill in New Fenris really early. He said he'd be lurking around. So, well, good morning, everybody. And as usual, we have no plans at all. None.
Oh, Rusty just came in from Possum Bayou.
Oh, Rusty. Good morning, Rusty. Good to see you. And we got Gus out here, of course, but he doesn't want to be on the show. He's doing his weather stripping imitation. He's a doorstop. He's keeping the draft out of here.
Well, I told Steve what stupid thing I did yesterday. I had to shovel a foot of snow off the driveway to get out of the garage, but I'd run out of 20 gauge wire that I was using for my drops, and I wanted to get some of them tied in. So I went and got that after shoveling the driveway. Then I get home and I'm underneath there, and I've got a little tray. I've got a little tray that I've got all my stuff in. I got 3 little bins of screws, these tiny screws that I'm using, and wire strippers and pliers and a small screwdriver and some of the other stuff I needed in this tray. And it's sitting on the floor, and I'm on my creeper that's, I don't know, it's about 10 inches maybe off the floor that I used to get under the layout. And I was under there, and I got some of the wires hooked together, and then I dropped my screwdriver, and it rolled underneath my creeper. So I couldn't tell where it was, and I'm trying to reach it, back behind me, because I'm laying on my back on this creeper thing, and I'm trying to reach the screwdriver, and I can't find it. And so I start turning over to reach it. And of course, you know what happened. I flipped the whole thing over on the side, and down on the floor I go, which wasn't a problem, except that when I did, I put my hand on the edge of the tray and just threw those screws and all that stuff everywhere under there. But
that wasn't the worst of it, though. You lost a perfectly good beer.
Yeah, I had my beer sitting up on top of the layout, which I won't ever do again when I'm underneath it. Because when I flipped it over, I must have bumped the leg of the bench work right there, because my beer fell over. And when it did, it splashed all over the layout. I didn't even realize I had dumped the beer until I saw it dripping through the layout. So I got up there real quick. Well, it had splashed up on my flats that I'd done. This was the only one that it really affected, and it soaked into the paper and started running the ink and stuff. So all I've got to do, this one at least wasn't one that I had lights and stuff on, so it'll be easy to fix. But it was, I was not happy at the time. It's funny now, but it wasn't funny then.
Well, last summer I had one out here I hadn't even opened yet, and I dropped it off the bench and hit something on the floor, punctured one side of it, and I had beer at a can spinning on the floor, spraying beer everywhere.
Yeah. Another good beer wasted.
I think
I was madder about dumping the beer over and wasting the beer than it was about getting on the layout. Yeah, I thought about you, Dennis. I thought, Dennis is going to love this story. But I did. I messed it up good.
That's a good idea, Bill. Yeah, he says you can leave the beer smelling claim your model railroad a brewery. Actually,
Well,
I've got a brewery. I got the
yeah.
CNC brewery on mine. So.
Well, we're going to have one on ours too. It's going to be on the upper deck though. But yeah, my son's building that one. So
Alcohol abuse.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
Well, and I got
Hey,
it
Bill,
all,
that's
I
a
got it
really
all wiped up. I had paper towels up there already, so it wasn't hard to clean up. And then I looked up and I saw it on the backdrop, or not on the backdrop, but on the flats. It had soaked up on this one. So I just had to reprint that one and
that's
put
a
it back
mess.
on. I was not a happy camper at the time.
Bill, I like your trussels that you're doing on your layout. I was watching that actually this morning before I came out here. That was killer. Hey, good
Got
morning,
a bunch
John.
of drunks under the bridge. No, it's not a bunch of drunks under the bridge. It's a bunch of drunks in the layout room. That's what. That's what it was. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
we got Schuylkill River Valley John here. Good
Hey,
morning.
good morning, John.
Steve Anderson. How are you doing, Steve? Lee. Good morning, Lee. John Tanzillo. Who did I?
Elmar here, yeah, Elmar and Bill. Good to see you again, Bill. Anyway, yeah,
So, what do you guys want to talk about this morning?
I keep thinking about that. It makes me laugh.
Besides beer, what's your favorite beer?
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, that could be a tough subject.
Oh, my favorite's one I had over in Germany, but then I can't get it here. So
I was a Miller guy. It's funny, John got me into drinking Miller. That was his beer of choice.
yeah, Rusty says cold. Whatever it is, it's cold.
It's got to be just on the verge of freezing.
Yeah, the colder the better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was worried about that when we went over to Europe on that trip. I was worried about, you get all these things in your head, and it's the English that like it at room temperature. The rest of Europe likes it cold, I guess, because that's every time I got one, anywhere I got, Paris or Germany or Luxembourg, wherever I had it, it was always cold. So
yeah, sheep. Well, you don't drink. Well, I don't either. I liked it too much, so I quit.
John likes the dark German beer.
Oh God,
There's a bunch of them too. There's not just one. There's a bunch of them.
Oh, we went to a music concert, a local one here. We got a lot of friends in the music industry up here, and I mistakenly got one of these really dark beers. I mean, they were like $6-8 something for this little thing. I couldn't drink. I got half of it down. It was.
Yes.
I mean, it was thick and dark. It was like chocolate milk.
It's like the barley was still in the husk.
Oh my God! It's like I'm not going to waste it. I mean, I bought it. I'm not going to waste. I'm going to drink it. I could only get half of it down. I just couldn't drink that. It was horrible.
Yeah, my son likes. Well, he's not just the dark beer. Now, the really dark stuff, he's not real crazy about, but he does like all the different flavors of beer and stuff. And I'm just like, he's even had the bacon beer and stuff like that. And I'm like, no. No.
We found a beer up here once because they have an annual brew festival where they do barbecues and brews. So you can go around and sample all the different beers and all the different barbecues. And there was one called Dog Grog. And the beer was terrible, but the bottles are really cool.
Yeah, the bottles are collectors, but
so I've got the bottles, but the beer was terrible.
Yeah.
Dwight
Steve said all his beer in Germany was warm. Huh. That's strange because every place I was, of course, now I was down when I was in Germany, I was in Bavaria. So, Munich was as far north as we got. We were at Munich, stayed at Munich, and then went out from there, but went, down to Berchtesgaden and Even went over to Austria just for a little bit. But it was all cold there. Or at least all the ones I saw, the ones that were in our group that ordered beer at dinner and stuff. It was all cold.
No, I definitely agree. The best beer was cold. Anything that's cold.
Yeah. DES Media Productions here. Good to see you.
Good morning. Did I miss that?
Bernard says doing Crown Royal puts the Yahoo in Mountain Dew. Oh, we're talking to Hillbilly.
Yuck.
I don't think I could drink Mountain Dew in anything like that. Oh, no, thank you. But yeah, anyway, beer side.
I got a question. DES Media Production. That's an interesting name. What do you do? I mean, obviously you're in media production, I would assume.
Yeah. And what does the DES stand for?
Yeah. Let's see.
Hillbilly says he has a question. Who makes HO scale brick or cement blocks patterns? Cement block patterns. Are you wanting like a texture? I mean, I've seen it in plastic styrene sheet. I've also seen it, just printed out paper. Just depends on what you want. You could probably find some in hydrocal, if you look a little bit.
Ugh. God.
But just to point you straight to somebody, I couldn't. Can't remember the styrene. I think it was Evergreen at the hobby shop. Evergreen styrene products. They had sheets, all kinds of stuff, block and rock and everything else. And they had different sizes so you could do different scales.
Hey!
That might be the easiest thing to find.
Good morning. We got Brian in chat.
Hey, Brian.
How are you, my friend?
Yeah,
Man,
good to see you.
Oh, man, you've been busy. I've been watching your updates. Your layout is just insane now.
Yeah, well, he's 3D printing fool now.
Yeah. Man, you need to jump in here. Why don't you come on? We can talk about the Iron Horse route.
Yeah, here, let me give you here's the link, Brian.
Yeah, put the link in. Jump on here, Brian. We'd love to beat you up. Oh, goodness.
Oh, here we go. Dennis says KC Workshop, wood sheets, both brick and cinder block. Ooh, that's a good idea. I'll keep that in mind. KC Workshop.
Oh, Dennis also said he had a guy that brewed his coffee with Mountain Dew. Oh
Lord.
God.
That would wake you up, wouldn't it? I always thought it was funny when my kids were in junior high, we had to chaperone a dance or two while they were in junior high. And all the boys, not all the boys, but a bunch of them, because Mountain Dew has got the most caffeine of most of the regular soft drinks. They were drinking Mountain Dew like it was beer or something, man. It was so funny to watch them.
Brian says he's not decent. How decent do you have to be on this show? Put the tops of your jammies on. Leave the bottoms off. Don't show us.
Yeah, just don't tip the camera too far.
Just don't tip the camera down. No, you're doing killer, man. I can't believe how much you've done.
Yeah, he's done a bunch on there.
Yeah.
But KC, okay, where's that? And that's Wood Workshop. And they have wood sheets. Wood sheets and brick? Of brick? Huh. That might be pretty good. I know I got my the wood I got for the planks in my roundhouse floor I got from Fast Tracks. It's really good lumber. It's that Albert scale lumber, but but it's expensive to get it here because the shipping's as much as the wood. That's the only bad thing. But it was really good. It was really good stuff. And I got some board and batten from them too. Excuse me. To do stuff down the road. And I didn't look to see if they had brick pattern. I wouldn't expect to find brick pattern in a wood sheet. But I guess you could if they had some way of putting it through an imprinter, you know, a rolling imprinter and pressing it. They could do it that way.
Yeah, let's see. Hillbilly. Brian was responding, yes, sir, but I'm limited to a certain wall size, so they footprint can't be huge for an individual wall. I'm with Bernard, Brian. You need to show us.
Well, Dennis says that wood is laser printed wood. Looks like brick and cinder blocks. Let me double check. I have the site. Yeah, get that link if you do, because I'd like to check that out. Because I like doing the wood kits, but there's some places I'd like to have. I'd like to have a brick or a block look to it. But right now, everything I've got done like that, I've had to do in hydrocal, so which is okay too, because it stains well and it paints well, and I don't mind doing it like that. But I usually have to make something. Like I did all the footers on my bridge. I had to make all those. I had to make one to cast all the rest of them. So anyway. Jason Jensen's using sheets a lot. Well, I'm not in his category though. He's a lot better at it. He also likes to build those. What's the name of those kits that he likes? They've got some really cool kits, but man, they're expensive. But they're really nice kits. They're, you know, have you ever looked at those? The ones Jason Jensen does. I can't think of the name of the kits offhand, but they're really cool kits. But man, if you had very many to build, it should be expensive. Foscale, thank you, Dennis. Foscale kits. If you've never seen those, Steve, you got to look those up, man. They're pretty cool.
I'll have to.
Yeah, he's got some good ones on there.
Yeah, if I ever get back to the layout working on that, it's going to be a while.
Yeah, well, as you guys can see, Steve's been working on that cab. He's got a lot of it done. He's making it tongue and groove.
Yeah, mortise and tenons, tongue and groove, and little tiny cuts with my table saw. So that's been. It's like it snowed out here with sawdust. Between the sanding and the cutting, it's like it's a mess out here. I mean, this poor thing is just covered with dust. It's
it gets that way.
It's coming.
Oh yeah, there you go. Don't think you have to pay for them. Probably not. He probably. I think he probably does it kind of like Mike McCarville does. I don't think he's having to pay for most of his either because he's doing them. And Berkshire Models, he does a lot more than just build the kits for Berkshire. He builds them and then gives them tips on the instructions and that kind of thing too. So I think that's kind of a mutual deal, which is a cool thing to get into if you're willing to do that, because it does take time to build some of that stuff. But
here's my doorstop.
Steve says, are you looking for block and brick straight lay or talking details like arches, columns, etc.? I don't know what he's looking for, but maybe he'll give you an answer here. Excuse me. Rob says hi, Gus.
Say good morning, Gus. He does not like being out here anymore. This is like torture for him. He's like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, Dennis, it would be nice to be sponsored if you don't mind having that job, because that's what it turns into. If you're having to do, even if you like doing it, it's still going to be a job. If they're sponsoring you, they're going to expect something in return. So, at least most of the time, I would think they would. And then it turns into a job. So that's why, one reason I started my channel, people asked me if I was monetized and stuff. I said no, because that's makes it a job. If you're going to be monetized and try and keep an income from that, you're going to have to put a lot of work into your videos and stuff. And, that's not what I'm doing. That's not what I wanted to do. So, yeah. And Steve says that there's deadlines. Yeah. You got deadlines to get stuff finished and all that stuff. And, so.
Get you a good guy, huh? Yeah.
Hillbilly says straight lay blocks. So that's what he's looking for, Steve. Bill agrees with me. No, there's no hope for Bill. He agrees with me. Anyway, yeah. It just never was my priority to make money at it, because it just makes it a job. That's not what I want. I want a hobby.
I agree, Bernard. Bernard says he must confess he's way behind on Brian's videos. You're an excellent modeler. So good anything good with me. Okay. I agree, Brian. You've come so far. Man.
I've seen a bunch of them here lately, but I tried to catch up a lot this week since the wife was gone, but I ended up working on the layout more than I did watching videos. So I didn't really get as much done as I wanted. The best laid plans. Oh yeah, Dennis, I don't pay attention to analytics either. I don't even know if I've ever gone in there and looked at it. Mine was strictly for somebody wants to watch, they can watch. And I tried to improve a little bit on the editing and stuff, but I don't even care that much about that.
Hey Brian, I got a question. How's that power pack run that layout? I wouldn't think that thing would have enough power to juice all that track you got. You got to get a better power supply than that one, if you still have it. Let's see. Steve Anderson, one day I may hold another contest if I hit 350. Well, we got to get you up to 350 then.
Yeah, there you go. Hellbilly, there's Steve's answer here. Pike Stuff has the best concrete block. Pike Stuff. Okay, I have to remember that too. These are some that I don't have in my favorites as suppliers.
Okay.
Mark has great printed bricks and concrete. Well, the printed bricks and concrete stuff, a lot of that you can find online and print yourself. You have to search a little bit for it, but you don't have to pay as much for it that way.
Okay, so Brian got a Railmaster 1370 and the 1300 runs the LEDs. Good morning. Yeah. Oh, we got Roy Hardwick here. We're in trouble now.
Oh no, he almost forgot it was Saturday.
Well, if you quit sleeping all the time.
Good morning, Roy. I tell you what. No, I won't say anything. Where are you at now, Roy? Are you in the middle of the snow? Because it snowed like crazy. Well, I say snowed like crazy. I had to shovel about a foot of snow off the driveway yesterday. We got 2 rounds of snow here, and luckily we missed the freezing rain. They kept saying we were going to get a half inch of freezing rain first, and that didn't happen. It hit just south and east of us, thank goodness. But we did get about almost a foot of snow total. It was kind of hard to tell because the first batch blew around so much. But the second wave that came through, I don't think it blew as much. I don't know. But we got lots of snow, still lots of snow out there this morning. It's almost gone from home. The snow? Well, Steve Anderson said he's in the fog as normal.
Oh, Possum, you've got the boxcar, huh? Okay. Does he need to take the traveling boxcar over to Brian's and run it? Hey, that would be a cool video.
Yeah. You've got the N scale. I can't remember who's got the HO scale.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, do a video on that. That would be cool. We can see it running around Brian's layout.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's got a lot of track now.
Oh, yeah.
You about got that shed filled up, don't you, Brian?
I can't wait to till you get all the mountains and scenery on there and you get some nice long trains running up and down that grade. That's going to look nice.
Yep, it will. They're talking about the rain and sleet and stuff. Yeah, John Tanzilla, yeah, you were down in the sleet, freezing rain and sleet there. I can't believe how far down that cold front went. They even got some sleet in Houston, I think. It was funny. My wife went on the cruise. She was on the cruise last week, and they got to Miami Saturday afternoon. And they got up Sunday morning. It was 33 degrees, 34 degrees when they got up in Miami. She thought she was running away from the cold weather.
Yeah, it's pretty cold for Florida.
Yeah. We came back from a cruise one time and it was 50 in Miami, and all the guys unloading all the luggage were all wearing parkas. They were all freezing to death.
Well, I like how they had the warnings for falling iguanas.
Yeah.
I guess when they get 40 degrees, they fall out of the trees or something.
Dennis, no. Shannon didn't make an HON3. I should have made him make one. I don't think there's enough of us that it would have made that much difference that run HON3, but there is an HO and an N scale.
You got room for one more track, Brian. Where? You're going to do Z-scale over the tunnel and model the line that used to go above Moffett. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, you think N scale small. Wait till you get a hold of Z scale.
Yeah.
And you think the smaller it gets, the cheaper it'd be.
You would think so.
It's not that way. That Z scale stuff's expensive too. But yeah, that's a good way of doing the forced perspective.
Yeah.
You get something up high and away. That's the first time my dad took me into that club layout. I'm sure that's what it was. I think it was during a fair in Pomona, and they had that layout, and it was of the San Gabriel Mountains, and they had 3 different gauges on the mountain. Had like O scale down at the bottom, and then HO scale a little further up, and then we must have had N scale or something like that at the top, because it gave you that forced perspective, and it looked really cool, as I remember. Of course, I was 6, 7 years old, something like that.
You still call it the smoking train shed, Brian?
Dennis, just take if you get the HO card or the N scale, either way, and just put a set of narrow gauge trucks on it and run it that way.
Hey, good morning, Chuck.
And then put the trucks back.
Hey, you feeling better now, huh, Chuck? You've been sick, huh? Did you get the COVID? Yeah, Chuck's been sick. Oh, Claude muted himself.
Yeah, I'm about to choke to death myself. You say Chuck was sick?
Yeah, I think he had COVID.
Oh, that sucks. Steve thinks he had it too. Steve doesn't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. If you had it, you had a very mild form of it because you were out there working in the shop.
Oh yeah. Well, I could feel like crap inside or feel like crap out here. I mean, you know.
Well, when my wife had it, she wouldn't get out of the chair except to go to bed.
Well, yeah, and you were asking, would you have a fever? And it's like, no, I don't know. I didn't take my temperature, and that was the first thing Brenda said was, "I bet he didn't take his temperature." Nope.
Yep, that's exactly what she said.
Mm-hmm. Jack got a clean test finally. Good for you.
Roy says there's no COVID out here. It's just extreme flu.
Yeah.
And Dennis says he survived it twice. At least that's what they tell me. Oh, I got a good comeback for that, but I'm not going to say anything.
Well, we got 26 people in chat. Good. Wow.
Dennis is like he just waits for people to tell him stuff, tell him what to do.
Oh, Chuck just pulled over for a minute to say hello. You're driving to Boise, Idaho for a train show.
Damn, that's quite a ways for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know this because that's kind of the route we're going to go. Although we're not going to Boise, we're going to Coeur d'Alene, but it's still even quite a ways from your area up there. I will be going. Oh, that reminds me, Steve. I'll be going to the Bentonville train show. When is that? I got it written down here somewhere.
Chuck says it's a 3-hour drive.
Oh, that's not too bad. Although that's about from here to Dallas. So. February 26th. So that Saturday, we won't be having a show because I'll be at the train show in Bentonville.
And when's that?
The 26th.
26.
So what's that, 2 weeks from now? No, let me see. Let me look here right quick. I have to look on. Gonna look on here. That's what I got to do. The 26th. That's 3 weekends. 3 weeks from today. It's the last Saturday in February. So we won't have a show that day because I won't be here.
Okay. Chuck says it's 190 miles one way. Boy, that's dedicated for a train show.
Well, that's a long through. Yeah, that's slow driving. If it's 190 miles, it takes 3 hours.
Well, this is Oregon. They don't let you drive fast.
Dallas is 300 miles, and we can get there in 4.5.
Oh, I'm almost out of coffee.
Or about 4 hours, actually. Hey, Fred Wild's here. Good morning, Fred.
Good morning, Fred.
Yeah, Fred, well, that's because you're out in the middle of nowhere, man.
Yeah.
You know, I thought Mark Pruitt with the, what's the name of his channel? The CB&Q. I thought he was out in the middle of nowhere, but you're further than he is.
Yeah, you have to drive 5 hours just to go to the store to shop.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's fine if you like being out remote like that. There's lots of places you can be that way. I wouldn't mind being out a little further from town, but I wouldn't want to be that far away. Fred says thanks, I think. Hey, Fred, if you like it there, more power to you, man. You're gonna have a full basement. I saw your last update after you tore down your layout. He's rebuilding his layout, man. He's gonna have a full basement.
Chuck says it's pretty windy road and ice-covered roads, 10 degrees. Ew.
I'd have stayed home.
Yeah, I would have too.
And if that happens, if we get the weather kind of like we had this into last week, I won't be going to the one in Arkansas either. It's not too bad a road going over there, but it is a little bit windy. Hey, Crazy Joe's here. Good to see you.
Joelle, the parrot lady.
We're talking about all kinds of stuff. Like gone from beer to weather to train shows to
beer.
Wait, I said that.
Did you say beer?
I said beer. Yeah.
Okay.
You sure you're not drinking?
I'm not telling.
It's just old age anymore. It's just old age. I don't have to drink.
I won't tell. I'll never tell.
Chuck says he's been cooped up for 2 weeks. Yeah, I understand that too. You got to get out. So.
Yeah, I bet you're ready to get out, Chuck.
I would be.
Cooped up for 2 weeks.
Anyway, so did we get the brick things straightened out? And
I think so.
Yeah. If you got any good links to any of that stuff, stick them on the chat.
Bernard says all of us got it, and neighbors 43 total. I had it 3 times. First was butt kicker, but the other 2 not bad. Okay.
Well, I haven't had it yet.
We may have had it. You don't know.
No, I didn't have it.
Remember in the beginning when we had to call it the showstopper so we didn't get canceled?
Yeah. Yeah, but I still haven't had it and probably won't get it. After having been a plumber for so long, I probably won't ever get it. I don't get sick very often. I maybe get a cold every now and then, but I haven't even had one of those in a long time.
Well, I knew you were
too ornery to get sick. Now, see, Bernard says that's why he's building an airplane. He lives in the country. But he'd like to see a train show before he dies.
You're building an airplane. Wow.
Well, it's because he lives out in the middle of nowhere too. He's in Elko.
That's right. You'd have to fly to go get gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, no texting and driving, Chuck.
Yeah, don't be doing that. You won't have any car wrecks while you're out there.
No, we need you around.
Just listen. If you can even stand that.
Yeah, just do like Roy does and lay back in your sleeper and talk to us.
Yeah, there you go. He's pulling back on the road. We'll listen, but this road lose signal a lot. Yeah, I understand that. Just be careful, man. We don't want to hear no bad news. Like I had him pulling the Brody into the table last night. Like I say, I was so mad when I did that. First that I dumped everything over, and then when I realized I'd spilled my beer everywhere. And
that poor beer, man.
And now I think about it and I just laugh because I'm thinking, man, I must have looked like a real idiot.
What a waste. Too bad nobody saw it.
Yeah. Oh, I am so glad my son wasn't here. So he would not let me live that one down.
Yeah, I got a picture in my head. That's
well, yeah. Well, I'll take you up there one of these days and show you that. Show you the creeper. I think I showed the creeper on one of my early updates on my channel, but I kind of redone it since then because I had it where it was a sloped bench to lay on, and I took the slope out of it because it was pushing too high up against the layout. It was too hard to get in and out, so I flattened it out. But I'll learn now. If I drop something on the floor, if I can't see it by just turning my head, I'm not about to reach for it, because that's
Steve said that's why you're supposed to video while you work, so you could have had a thing for that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we could have done a whole show on that if I'd had the camera in the right spot. I'd had to muted a lot of it. I'd had to go in and edit out some of the stuff. I was not happy. In fact, after I got everything cleaned up and got all the screws sorted back out and where they were supposed to go, I just put everything on the table and walked away and shut the light off and didn't do any more.
Well, speaking of dropping stuff, what is it, the strange phenomena that when you drop something on the floor, it disappears? How does that work?
I think it's old age.
I don't know. I was working on the table saw yesterday, Claude. Had the Woodruff key, ground it down so it was fitting in there. I was standing in front of it, concrete. I dropped it, heard it hit the floor. I heard it hit the concrete. I can't find it. I got down there on my hands and knees with a flashlight. I did a 6-foot radius around where I was. I couldn't find the damn thing.
Yeah.
Swear to God, it disappeared. I thought it
Well,
fell.
that's not even that's a small item, but it's not real small. It's not like dropping one of these little tiny screws or something, like when you're putting couplers on a car or something.
1/2 inch long and 1/4 inch wide.
Yeah.
And it vanished.
Well, the only things that I drop on the floor, if they make it to the floor when I'm building something, is a wood piece or something that I've already put glue on. I've already put CA on, then I drop it, and then it sticks to the floor. It doesn't bounce very far. It sticks to the floor, but then you got to scrape it off the floor. And most of the time, I got to redo the piece.
Well, so, hell, it's not like it's going to roll under something.
Well, you would think, but they'll kick along. Stuff will kick a long ways. It'll bounce like Yeah.
I couldn't throw it 6 feet.
Fred wants to know if it's anything like the dryer eating socks.
Same idea, yeah.
Yeah, kind of like the underwear gnomes.
Well, I know where our socks go with Gus. He eats socks.
See, Dennis and I have the same problem here. He spends more time looking for things that he set down than he does actually working.
Thank you very much. Exactly. That's my biggest problem, is finding stuff.
Yeah. Well, before I got up under the table last night, I spent an hour looking for I've got a little tiny cordless screwdriver that's a pistol shape, and it's really handy to use for putting the stuff up underneath the table. And I looked for an hour for that thing.
I've got
went downstairs in the shop twice. I looked in my truck, knowing full well it wasn't out in the truck. I went downstairs twice and didn't see it. I finally went down there again because I couldn't find it upstairs, and there it laid right there on the table where I'd been working on something.
I've got 3 little 6-inch rulers that I've got out here working. Yesterday I couldn't find any of them. It's like, where the hell did they go?
Yeah, they just disappear. Well, it's like, I think it's the fact that when you set something down like that, you have in your mind what it looks like. And if it's not setting at the angle that you have in your mind, you don't see it. Yeah. When you're scanning for stuff. I know that's what it is, because I do it all the time. I'll come in and swear up and down that I looked right there in a spot, and that's where I end up finding it. It's right where I looked. But it wasn't sitting like I expected to find it sitting, and so I didn't see it.
Yeah. I like Fred, I agree. 10 tape measures and you can't find any of them.
Yeah. Yep. Anyway, yeah, I think a lot of it's just old age, but it's Steve says, so in the Navy, when we were working on things, we knew we'd drop something to the bridge 40 feet below. We had sacrificial tools we would drop at the beginning so we wouldn't lose things. Yeah, go ahead and throw some overboard or something so you can.
Yeah, Roy, that's what I told Claude. I said, that a waste of a good beer. That's terrible. You can pick up the screws and they're there, but the beer's gone.
The beer's gone. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I did. It was not good. Well, you should have seen. I wish I'd had a camera on my face when I saw it drip. Well, I was still under the table on the floor, and I see the beer dripping from up on the layout down on the floor. And I don't have anything on the floor; it's just plywood on the floor. But I was not happy because I knew if I spilled it up there and it was dripping down underneath, it was all over up on the layout, which it was. And luckily, the only thing it hurt was the one flat that it got on, and I could replace that pretty easy. So it wasn't too bad. But yeah, you don't want to put carpet in your train room or any place where you're working, working on stuff. Because man, you can't find screws in carpet at all.
Well, you can, but it's not when you're looking for it. It's when you run it in your foot.
Yeah. Or you find it a year after you've lost it. You don't need it anymore.
Yeah.
Setting crap down is a total subconscious act. Finding it again takes weird effort. Yes, it does, Dennis. Yeah, I'll set stuff down. When I was working on airplanes, I was really bad because the airplane took up most of my building bench. And I knew I couldn't have set it down too far away because I'm just using it. And I'm looking for something for a half an hour all over that bench, in the drawers, under the bench, and all that stuff. And it's really bad when you're switching hands each time to pull open a different drawer. And what you're switching your hands for is because the tool you're looking for is in your hand. That's when you've got it bad.
That's when you need to take time off, man, and go do something.
That's when you set it down and walk away for a little while. Yeah. Oh yeah, I tell you what, I used to do stuff like it all the time.
Oh, Dennis, I've already made that mistake. My carpet is like Velcro. The vacuum cleaner is almost completely worthless.
Yes, it's true, and it doesn't matter how long the pile is either. If you drop something, it's gone, or you won't be able to get it up. Bernard, what's this? Bernard saying many magnets, then you realize it's a brass screw. Yeah, or stainless. It won't stick to the stainless either. Yeah, done that a lot. Oh, I used to drop stuff when I was working on like a gate or something on a fence, wood fence, and invariably I'd drop one of the screws or something in the grass. And
no, Roy, it wasn't in my pocket. Well, it couldn't have bounced in my pocket. I heard it hit the floor, and it did. I thought it went in my shoes, but no, I couldn't find it anywhere. It vanished. Poof!
I've done that. Thought it fell and hit the floor, and it didn't hit the floor till I stood up and it fell off of me. But yeah.
Well, I solved that problem. I bought a dozen Woodruff keys.
You see what Roy said. And check your jeans pocket at your ankles. Well, as a kid, I used to have, Mom would always put cuffs on my pants.
Oh, my mom did too.
They always buy them too long and then roll them up, right?
Then you
drop stuff, and that's where they'd end up, is in that rolled up cuff.
No, she'd buy them too long, and then you end up wearing them out. So then when they finally rolled them out, you had a hole in the back from walking on them.
Oh yeah, well she'd do that because then when you grew, you still had pants. You didn't have to buy anymore, right? For a while. Well, my mom used to like to put stuff in layaway, and so one year she takes me shopping and buys all the stuff that I'm going to wear in fall when school starts. Right? This was spring probably. So in the meantime, there was 2-month period that summer that I grew 7 inches. Did I get new pants? No. I had high water waders all year long.
Waders.
Oh man.
I don't have any shoelaces, Rob. They're slip-ons. I didn't have any shoelaces.
Billy's wife says it's a man thing.
Yeah.
Losing stuff and can't find it. That's true. And then we go and ask the wife, have you seen this? They go, yeah, it's over there. They know where it is.
It's like, where are your glasses? They're on your head.
Yeah, see, Fred found some in the cuff of his pants. Yeah. Well, when I was a kid, it was always fun to unroll those at the end of the day because you had all kinds of stuff in there, grass and dirt and bugs. And you roll it out on the floor in the house, and Mom would get really mad at me.
An occasional Dorito and M&Ms.
But so many times you look for your glasses and then see a mirror. Oh, there they are. Well, it's bad. You know you need to go and get your eyes checked if you're wearing your glasses on your face and you can't find them. Mm-hmm. then you know you got to go get your eyes checked. Yeah, I'm blind without mine too. Fred, I'm blind without mine, but when I'm working up close, I take them off all the time. So yeah, I'll take them off and set them down, and then I go to get something else, and I get up and I got to find my glasses before I can go anywhere because I can't see if I don't have them.
Hey, good morning, Sparky.
Hey, Sparky. Better to find money in the pocket. That's true, Sparky. It is good to find money in the pocket, but it doesn't have to be very often.
Money, but it's always a dollar bill. I never find a 20. And it's always a dollar.
I found a 10 one time. It'd probably been in my pants through about 10 washes. It was almost completely faded. And washed all the ink out of it.
Yeah, I never find a 20.
No. Oh, excuse me. Rob says, one reason you don't, let me get it. I messed up. There we go. One reason you don't clean and organize the shop, you will never find anything again. Very true, Rob. That's why my shop looks like Steve's shop.
I don't clean and organize anymore. What's the point? It ends up turning out like this.
Yeah.
I spend a day cleaning it, and it's a wasted day because the next day it looks like crap again.
Yep.
So what's the point?
Well, because I'm real bad if I'm using it, even if I've straightened everything up, whatever tools I'm using, I set down right there when I'm done using it. I don't take it back and put it where it's supposed to go. I've tried to be that way where I put it back where it's supposed to be, but no. And then when I'm done for the day, I just get up and walk away.
My wife will not come out here. It gives her anxiety. You know, it looks like a hoarder. She will not come out here.
Yeah, Brenda doesn't like coming out to the shop either.
Yeah, I just turned off my laptop.
Yeah, Fred, I know it's old age. I'm definitely got that problem.
It's called OPS.
Yes, it is. Well, I bought that one little apron off of eBay, and it had the Velcro, and you could take just a regular apron, cooking apron, and do the same thing. And it's got Velcro. You put the Velcro on the edge of the apron and underneath the edge of your desk, wherever you're working. The only thing you got to do is remember to take the apron off if you want to get up.
Yeah, see, I forget to do it. It would strangle me, or I'd pull the table over.
I've not forgotten to take it off my neck, but I have caught my foot on it when I was walking away because it hangs, the loop of the neck loop hangs down just to the floor. And so I have stuck my foot in it getting out of the chair and pull it all off the Velcro. But it does save you from dropping stuff on the floor. And in that regard, it's really nice. But I don't use it on one of the tables that I've got down there. So that's when I drop stuff on the floor.
Sparky, what's a SIG meet? He says he's busy day working for the layout design in SIG meet, hosted by TGS Multimedia. Interesting. What's a SIG meet? Signal meet? Enlighten me.
Yeah, Dennis, that apron's really good. I found it's Bear Creek Hobbies.
Special interest group. Okay.
Bear Creek Hobbies, I think, is who sells it on eBay. That's where I got it. It's not very much, and it is really a good idea, but you can make one yourself real easy. The only advantage of buying theirs is it's already got the Velcro on the apron, and then they give you the Velcro to stick under the desk. But it works really well. And until you've got it in a piece in your tweezers, and it springs out of there and shoots over your shoulder or something, then you're out of luck.
Oh, that's right, Randy. I forgot you were a van driver. That's right.
Who's a van driver?
Randall Ellison.
Ah,
He just deadheaded a crew back to Springfield, Missouri. Oh, we got to be good friends with the van drivers. They were good people. Most of them.
Springfield, Missouri. From which direction, Randall? Springfield's not that far from here. It's about 2 hours, something like that, 2.5 hours. In fact, they have a train show. It's not a train show. It was a swap meet up in Springfield, if I remember right. They had one for RC airplanes too, but I never went up there for that. Thayer, Missouri. I'm not familiar with Thayer. May have to look.
Boy, this hour went by fast.
It always goes by fast.
Actually, it's been a fast
well, it's good to see everybody today.
Well, you and I were out doing the same thing for an hour before the show, so it's been a fast 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, we're usually here an hour before, roughly.
Of course, we do this during the week, too.
Yeah. Oh, Monday, I've got to pick Brenda up Monday at 11. So, and I may have to take the grandkids. I think they're going to be here Sunday night. I think I have to take them to school. So, how far am I from Wyandotte? Oh, I'm trying to remember exactly where Wyandotte is. I'm a ways. Dennis is closer than I am to Wyandotte. If I'm thinking right. Okay, it's in the southeastern part of Missouri. Okay, well, you're not too far from me then. We go to Roaring River all the time. I say all the time. We go there quite often. Go fishing up there. I used to go to Eureka Springs all the time for fly-ins. But yeah, that part of the country is pretty nice up there.
Bernard, I got some more to do on it. I'm going to do an update on the cap when I get a little bit more. I've been fighting with my table saw, or I'd be further along than I am. But I'll be doing an update pretty soon on it. I'll keep it a secret. But it's turning out really good. I got a few challenges I got to work though.
Yeah, Joe, I think you've told me that before. The Atomic Falls. I think you told me that before. But I don't ever go to Wyandotte. I don't have any reason to go there. So Dennis is saying, where? Are you talking about what Joe was asking about, Dennis? Wyandotte. Anyway, you never heard of Wyandotte.
Well, neither have I.
What's the major city it's near? Fort Supply. That's where he lives. Fort Supply is not a major city, by the way.
I was looking on the map, Clyde. You live fairly close to Fort Smith, right? I mean, relatively.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, it's Fort Smith is 2.5 hours.
Is that the same Fort Smith that they were going to hang in? What the hell was it? True Grit. Going to take him back to Fort Smith and hang him.
Yeah, there was a fort there. That's why they call it Fort Smith. It got called Fort Smith. Yeah, there was a frontier fort there. Was there? I know at least through the Civil War.
No, Hillbilly. I've got a headlight on this that I can find the switch that works.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go over here and look Wyandotte up for Dennis because I can't remember where it's at. I'm gonna have to do it this way though.
Yeah, Bernard. The wood's gonna make it. It's really turned out good. It's gonna really make this thing look just like. Can't wait to get it done. Look, that's our hour. Wow.
Okay, Dennis, I'm looking on the map now. Let me find it here.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Randall's got to get back on the road. He said he'll be listening in. Well, there won't be anything to listen to.
Oh, hell no. That's Wyandotte's way up the northeast corner, Dennis. It's closer to me than it is you. It's just southeast of Miami. Just on the upper headwaters of Grand Lake. I knew I'd heard of the town. I just didn't know exactly where it was. I was thinking it was out west, but nope, it's out east. for all the good that does.
We got 27 people in chat. Wow.
That's pretty cool.
That's great.
Well, yeah, it's great to see everybody.
Yeah.
But we have been on for just over an hour, so we probably should slide out of here and let you guys get on this. Roy, Oklahoma, Miami. Not Miami, Miami.
Miami.
That's how they say it up there.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for joining us, guys. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Chuck, be careful driving.
Hope you had as much fun as we did.
Yep. Oh, we always have a good time.
We always have fun.
Hope to see you back next week.
Yep.
And you guys have a good week, and we'll see you later.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
Later.